Yeah. So we are discussing that what do you do with the collection. So the thing that we can do is we can add the object and we can remove the object at runtime, and also we can find out whether the object is there in the collection or not with the help of contains method, right? And also we can retrieve the object with the help of that get method, right? In get method, either we can specify the object value, or we can specify index at which that particular object has been stored. And also we can iterate through the collection with the help of iterator interface, right? That is also possible. Okay, now let's go back to the our example, right? So this where we were earlier, okay, and we had seen this in the student class. Yeah, here it. Okay, now see, if you had observed the previous example, that array demo, right? In that we had used this, that what we had used, that collection dot sort. Okay, so this particular method, this collection, the sort method of the collection class, that is the static method, utility method, right? By using that method we can sort the elements of the this array list, right? Can I use the same method over here, right? So let's try to write that method over here, right? So I'm writing the collections dot sort, okay, and here sort, and here the object that I require to specify is list, okay, and
Excuse me, sir.
specifying the semicolon. Okay, and here you can see that what is happening, that it will not allow me to compile, right? And what it is showing, that it is showing the thing that the method sort in the type collection is not applicable to argument this, right? Now what is the reason behind this? Okay, the reason is that this particular string object is
Sir,
not
sir,
a hello.
so demo is not visible.
Demo
We
is
are
not
not able
visible.
to see the
Sorry,
product.
sorry, sorry.
Yes.
Let me share. Now
Now it's fine.
is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So here what I have done, just I have added the sort method of the collection class and trying to provide the argument of the list that I have created over here. Okay, but this is generating the error, and error shows that the object which I have put in the list, right? That is string, sorry, student. Okay, right? That I cannot use over here, right? So what else I can do for that? So in that case, if I want to sort the custom object, I have to implement. What I have to implement? I have to implement comparable interface. Okay, this is what I have to implement. Okay, the comparable interface is also part, sorry, comparable, okay, is also part of the util. Okay, so that's why it is not showing any error, right? Now here, see, once I have implemented the comparable, right, it is showing me the error, right? Let's go through the error. What is the error? Right, it says that the student, the type student must implement the inherited abstract method. Which method? That is compare to method. Okay, so that is what I have to implement, right? So I'm just adding that method over here, right? Straight away I have added that method over here, right? And here I'm writing something. I'm going to explain that what I'm going, why I have written this. So here I'm going to write, I'm going to pass the reference of the object which I want to sort. Okay, so here I want to sort the student. Okay, so I will declare the student, I will specify student over here. Okay, right? And and here just I will write very simple thing, that I will call the compare to method one more time, that like this, the student dot compare 2, right, with the student argument that I have specified over here. Okay, so now obviously this local variable will hide the scope of this is a local variable. Okay, that will hide the scope of the instance variable that we have. Sorry, we don't have any that instance variable over here. Okay, so there is not the issue. Okay, so here just I have specified the reference type over here of the object. Okay, right, now here over here I have to specify what I want to compare. Okay, so for that I'm going to do very simple thing, that in the compare to method I will specify what I want to compare, right? So here I want to suppose if I want to sort according to name, in that case I will specify like this, that name dot compare to dot student dot name. Okay, right? Let me see the error. The method compare to type student must override implement the super type method, and we have done this, right? So why it is showing this error? Okay, now one more thing that I can do over here, that here also I can have generic, right? So here I can specify the student. Okay, now here you can see that as I have specified the student over here, right, and automatically that particular error is removed from here. Okay, now obviously you would be having question, sir, what would we have done? Okay, so if suppose if I don't want to write student over here, what else I can do? So here instead of student argument, this argument would become what? Object type. Okay, this is the object type. Okay, and now we are not having any error. But what else I require to do? Afterwards I require to cast this particular object into the student class, right? And how can I do that? I can do like this, the student stud, let's say 1 is equal to, I'm doing explicit casting student. Okay, and here I have to specify student. Okay, now this is valid, this is what I can do. Okay, and here finally I have to specify stud1. Okay, is this clear to all of you? Okay, see, so here you can get that what is the capability of the generics. So suppose if see, this is a code without generics, right? Where do we require to explicitly cast that whatever we are passing over here, right? But if I would be using generic, like here I'm specifying student. Okay, in that case I don't require this, I don't require any casting, and straight away here I can specify student. Okay, and here also now I require to use the same reference. Okay, and after that here you can see now there is no error, right? I would able to sort my array list. Okay, so here now supposing I'm changing the order, like here I'm taking C, here I'm taking E. Okay, right, and this is, let's say, B, this one is A. Okay, and if I will short, okay, and will reprint, let's see the output. Can you see the output? Let me have this println over here, right? So that would be much clear to all of you. Haven't saved. Println, okay. Is this clear to all of you? Hello, are you getting me? I have a question for you now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have a question for you. Who want to respond me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the question is very simple, right? What we have done with the help of compare to method, we have sorted our array list. Okay, and to sort which field we have sorted, the name field. Okay, now suppose if I want to sort the ID, then where I have to make the changes?
Student.id.
Student.id we have to specify. Okay, very good, excellent. Here I have to specify what? Student.id, and here also I have to change that, right? So here what I have to write?
Yes, ID.
ID. Okay, now
ID.
when I will run my program, okay, now the sorting would be done based on the ID. Can you see that? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Very good, excellent.
Yes.
Right, so see, basically the purpose of array list is what? That we require to store so many data in the single data structure. Okay, now obviously that the data required to be performed some operations like sorting, searching and all, right? So this is how we can perform the sorting. Okay, now here in this case you might have been observed that either you can perform the sorting over the name field or you can perform sorting over ID, right? There is a limitation of this. Okay, are you getting this? Because I can have only one compare to method. Okay, right? So you might have observed that while providing the sorting functionality, I must require to change the class for which I want to provide the sorting. Like in this case, we are using the student class, right? So I require to update or add the compare to method in the student class. Okay, now the next question is that suppose if I want to sort on a different fields at different times. Okay, is there any mechanism for that? Yes, we have mechanism for that, and that we can achieve with the help of comparator, another interface that we have in the collection framework. Okay, so that comparator interface we are going to discuss in the next lecture. Okay, so right now if you have any question related to this collection, you can ask me, and I'm expecting that everyone should ask one question at least. We are having total 40, but please don't run away, huh? You should ask some question to me, right? Okay, I have completed the first session, right? The next session I will take after few days. Okay, so that's why I'm opening this session for the question answer. I'm expecting question from everyone. Mayur?
સર અસેન્ડિંગ ડિસેન્ડિંગ માટે કરવું હોય તો
Yeah, just change the order, that's it, right? Like suppose here what we have written, that this what you can do here, you could have written that student.id. Okay, and here you require to write ID. Okay, this would be in the reverse order. Okay, let me run the program. Okay, is this clear?
યસ સર
Okay, someone has run away. Abhi, question? Abhi? All of you are requested to unmute. No question, sir. Abhi is writing in that no question. Tanmay had asked me the question that why to use generics and any other options. See, why to use generics? That means that we are binding ourselves to use one specific data type. See, by mistakenly, I have given you the example. Like by mistakenly, suppose I'm using some other data type value in the array list. That is allowed. Okay. So suppose I may have a wrong data. Okay, so if I want to restrict like that, I have a array list of the string, and if someone by mistakenly adding the integer, right, so that is wrong. Okay, so to prevent that we use generics. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And any other option you have you are asking, what is that?
Any other option for generic if we don't want to use generic then?
No, you require to use because you are specifying that what you want to do. That's fine.
Okay.
Hmm.
No worries.
Hmm. Please ask me some question. Prachi?
Sir,
Yeah.
if we have string array,
Okay.
then we can directly add to a list array list.
Yeah, there are methods of the collection class. Using that method, either you can convert that array into array list, and also reverse is possible. You can convert array list into array.
Okay.
Okay. Now see, you should have one question. Then in which case that array is more powerful compared to array list? Like suppose you don't require to perform any operation over the data, right? At that time, don't use array list because it is quite time consuming compared to array. Okay, because that code is different. That array list manages the dynamism of the array, right? So if it is not necessarily required to use the array list, right, don't use it. Okay, just use the array. But if you require some processing over data, in that case you can use the array list, right? Or you require to add some element in between of the array, you require to add delete some element from the array kind of thing. In that case you can use the array list. Is that clear? Man, you were there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you had asked that question.
No, sir.
Okay, so any question from you?
Sir, actually, sir, if I want to know the inbuilt mechanism behind the compare to function.
Okay, right, very good. See, in compare to method, what is happening that every time, see, each element, it's like your bubble sort kind of. Its working is like a bubble sort. Like every time, each element will call that compare to method. Okay, and if both are changing, both are not equal, in that case, it will return either negative value, 0 or positive. So if the first value is negative compared to the other value, that the two values that we are comparing, okay, at that time it will return -1, otherwise it will return 1, and based on then it performs the sorting.
Okay, sir.
Prachi? Prachi, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Any question?
No, sir.
Why? I'm feeling like that this is a classroom lecture.
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. Meghanshi?
Megan, she just left the session because we have exam just now. So
Okay, so if you want to go, then you also can go. Okay. Nayan?
CPD exam we have. So
Okay. Nayan? Mr. Patil, any question? Not an issue. Okay. Just want to have a quick feedback from you. Sir, how was the session? Hello? Okay, then if you have any other examination, you may go. Okay, and we are going to conduct one more session on the generics and collection framework, right? Because I'm going to explain about the SAT as well as MAP.
Okay, sir.
Okay, bye. Take care.